BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics. BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner, Ricindo Caballero. Welcome, Ricindo.
Hello, sir. How are you doing this beautiful evening?
I'm doing well. I don't know if I would describe it as beautiful, though. I guess it's beautiful to be
cold,
alive and beautiful to be in the free world, all that good stuff. But about that's where the end of beautiful
today,
comes to a stop, as it is not beautiful here today. It is winter weather. In fact, when I picked up our youngest boy from school today, he said, hey, you think we'll get any snow this winter? I said, winter? It's already spring or summer. Well, why did it get cold again? And I just looked at him and shook my head. But anyway,
welcome to New Mexico, right?
It is like winter today. It was in the 80s 2 days ago. I think it's supposed to be near 90s here by Thursday or Friday. And it is confusing, to say the least. It is cold. It was in the low 40s, upper 30s this morning when I got up.
That's with that wind chill factor.
Man, I bet you the wind chill right now, the temperature's probably right around 50-ish, and I'll bet you that wind chill, because it is a hard northern wind blowing straight out of the north. That wind chill's probably got it colder than that. So, yeah, that's so it's cold out here. It's kind of funny because Carlsbad right now has a bigger crowd than Eunice, as we are here in Eunice at Cardinal Field, as the Eunice Cardinal baseball team will be hosting Carlsbad. I have heard both. I've heard this is their JV. I've heard it's their C team. Somebody from Carlsbad sent me a message saying this is the JV team, not the C team. People from Eunice told me, no, this is the C team. So I don't know. It's Eunice versus Carlsbad. It's red versus blue. It's Crips and Bloods. And it's time to pick what set you claim, fool, because we're going to get started here. Want to shout out to our sponsors, Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware, BTH Services and Rental. Shout out to Chad Haller and that group. Eunice Wrecker and Rental. We appreciate all of you, all of our sponsors, making this broadcast possible. We're kind of testing mics and testing stuff at the same time. We're getting up and running here. Coach Tyler Almaguer is out there meeting with the Carlsbad coach, as well as the umpires here at this time, getting ready for the little pregame stuff that they do. I've always wondered, I've never been involved in one of those. I've always wondered what they do in a baseball game before the game starts. In a football game, a basketball game, I kind of understand. You have the tip, or, the coin flip, all that, heads or tails. I don't know what you do in a baseball game.
They're talking about out of bounds. If the ball goes underneath the fence, throw your hands up in the air. Your ball might get stuck here, the yellow line. If it hits, it's a home run. kind of those small stuff that the head coach from the home team should know about his field.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So, Charlie says loud and clear, so do the radio station. So
well, that sounds good. So anyway, we are here in a cold, windy day in Eunice. It's a spring day that looks more like December. It's cold and windy and getting ready to get started
might
here.
Get some moisture in a minute, right?
Yeah, and this is like a rescheduled game, and what I mean by that is there was two different Texas teams that the Eunice Cardinals were supposed to face within about a week period. Two games pulled from the schedule, and so they were scrambling, looking for some games. They've added those games, this being one of them. And so the Eunice Cardinals versus the Carlsbad, either C or JV team, getting ready to get started. Looked like the coaches were shaking hands. Looked like we were in South Central Los Angeles when they were calling the truce. And so both teams headed out. Carlsbad down the first base line, and Eunice down the third base line, and it looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem. So we'll send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family-owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports, here live from Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Carlsbad here in a battle of red versus blue. It's a baseball battle here in Eunice today. It's a cold day, as we've mentioned, here in Eunice. The Eunice Cardinals, wearing the white uniforms, have taken the field here as the home team. And I was trying to look and see who we have on the hill. Is that Gomez?
I believe you are correct, so that is Gomez pitching on the mound tonight.
I was trying to see the number for sure.
There it is, number 8.
Number 8, yep. Number 8 is Luis Gomez, so he is pitching. You got Luis Gomez pitching here today. Looks like you've got Garcia catching, Calvillo over at first. Who's that at second?
Number 11.
Number 11 is Billy Blevins. That's a new look for this Eunice Cardinal team. At the shortstop position, we've got
Jeter.
Braylon Jeter. Over at third,
Number 10, I think it's Isaias Morales.
Morales, yep. And then I can't see far enough to tell who's out there.
From center field and right field, left field, I can't see the numbers neither from here.
I've got a little sheet in here that might tell me. I'll have to look at it real quick. Anyway, once again, it's a cold day here in Eunice.
Yeah, every player out there in the field has face masks and long sleeves underneath their jerseys.
Yeah, it is cold. The people that are crazy enough to be sitting out here in the bleachers look like they're heading into the frozen tundra of the Arctic.
We'll see how long they last out there in that cold wind, right?
That's right. Out there in left field, that's Fabian Ornelas. You've got no, that ain't right. Hold on. Hyan Castro's out there in left. You've got Dyson Lord in center. And then Fabian Ornelas in right. So, anyway, that's where everybody's at here today. And You know, once again, I just want to kind of give a disclaimer before we get started here with this baseball game as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting Carlsbad. Our field and football stadium here, our school kind of sets down in a bowl, and there's no internet out here at the baseball field. There's no internet at all. They do have a little remnants of some Wi-Fi that bounces over from the high school or the field house, but it doesn't work very good here. So we run off a little booster that connects onto a cell phone tower. And unfortunately for us, the cell phone tower is not very strong right here, so sometimes it kicks in and out, and all I can do is tell you, I'm sorry. It's a free broadcast. Enjoy what you can see, and what you can't, I apologize for.
And Charlie will be running the score app from Big Spring tonight. So
that's right.
Be
so
patient.
Coming up to bat for Carlsbad is Mikey. He's number 13. All they provided us with was his last name, Mikey D. They did not put the full name. They just put the initial. So here comes the first pitch. It's right down the pipe for strike one. So Luis Gomez gets us started off here with a nice pitch.
Gets ahead of the batter there for a second, huh?
Yep, and Gomez wasting no time. He's already back on the hill and ready. He kicks and fires that next pitch toward the catcher, and it's down the middle, swung on and missed for strike two.
They could have wanted to kill that ball with that swing, man. You got to make contact.
0-2 to Mikey D here as we are in the top of the first inning. Eunice in the home white. I say home white. I think they just always wear the white. Carlsbad in blue. He kicks, fires. That ball swung on down the third base line, scooping up and throwing it toward first. They're not going to get him as Mikey D turned on the blazing jets, and he beat that throw out over to first.
That's a fast caveman right there, boys.
That's right. That's
You
right.
hit it.
He looked like Captain Caveman as he threw that stick out
That's a
there and
throwback,
just
huh?
flew right over to first base. And so that'll bring up Lopez, number 36 for Carlsbad, steps in there. He's got Mikey standing on first base. So here comes Lopez into the batter's box, the lefty. Gomez takes a look over toward first, and now he's going to make the throw. They're going to bunt him, and he bunted it.
Foul ball,
That
huh?
was a big-time foul ball.
Almost went over the net back there.
Yeah.
So that's strike number one on 36. You said Lopez?
That's right. That's right. This is Lopez. There's a close-up of some old Cardinals. There's a close-up of a Jeter Cardinal right there, and getting them some TV time. So 0-1 to Lopez with Mikey standing on first for Carlsbad. Luis Gomez on the hill for Eunice. Kicks, fires toward home. That ball is outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Even Scott, I guess the coach wants him to bunt the ball to put the runner on second. I guess that's his purpose because he's trying to still bunt out there.
Working a little
Swinging away.
strategy
Yep.
here for sure.
Little small ball.
I would be surprised if we don't see this guy take off.
He's pretty fast. I would have
Yep.
left a long time ago.
I concur, and there's nobody anywhere near second. And they're going to bunt it, and he hits another bunt way high.
Strike number 2, so he has to put the ball in play. Unless he's going to sacrifice an out here.
Shout out to some of those out there listening already. Leon Reeves, we appreciate you for sure. Always listening.
She's our number 1 fan, her and Connor.
That's true. That's true. So stepping back in there, ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. We're in the top of the first. Runner on first for Carlsbad. Here comes the pitch. It stays outside for ball 2. We got an even count.
Yes,
2
sir,
balls,
we
2
do.
strikes.
No outs here in the top of the first, right?
Yep. Our girls played Jow down in Jow in softball just a few minutes ago. The girls did win that game. I believe the final score was 11-1. I believe that's what was passed on to me. So congratulations to the Eunice softball Lady Cardinals. And that pitch is in there. And strike 3, down goes Lopez.
Looking, too. Good pitcher by
The strikeout.
Gomez, huh?
Yep.
Charlie has a lot of time on his hands.
So Gomez with his first K of the game. And so coming up will be Kyler D. They got a lot of D's as last initial. Number 30. There he goes, man. He was halfway to – he didn't even
On
need
that
to
first move,
slide
yes.
or nothing.
On that first move, he was gone.
He was halfway to second before Lopez even got his kick up.
Gomez.
Yeah, you're right. So stepping back in there, Lopez was the batter that just went down the last one to the K. So
Correct.
Kyler steps back in there ready to go. Mikey with the big lead out at second. That ball's going to be outside.
Gonna be 2 balls, no strikes here, with 1 out on the Cavemen with the runner on second.
Captain Caveman.
That was a pretty good cartoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats was good too.
Yeah.
So here comes Gomez back on the hill. He kicks and fires this one, and it's right down the middle. Big, slow breaking ball for strike 1.
Oh, wow. I like that umpire right away says that's a strike, it's a strike.
Yep, I concur. I like them to make that call and let us know for sure. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the first. Gomez for Eunice going to pitch. He runs that one right down that outside
same
corner.
Spot. It's going to be 3 balls.
And they're going to call it outside and low for ball 3.
Yeah. I look pretty close to the same pitch as last one.
So 3-1 is the count to Kyler from Carlsbad. Stepping back in and ready. Gomez takes a look at second. Rocks that one high for ball 4. And so
brings up number 8, correct, for the Caveman. I think
yeah,
that's
that'll
the
be
pitcher.
Riley. And Riley is playing, not pitching. He
Nope.
is playing third base.
Third base.
According to what
gave
paperwork
us.
they sent up here earlier anyway. So Riley steps in, runners at first and second for Carlsbad. 1 out here as Luis Gomez is on the hill for Eunice. Gomez takes a look, kicks, fires it toward home. It's high and outside for ball 1.
And those players have huge leads on second and first. Nobody's holding them on for the Eunice Cardinals.
Yeah.
Look at that lead they have out there.
So Gomez is ready. Takes a look at his catcher. Kicks, fires toward home, and it's low and outside for ball 2. Once again, a cold day here today. Those of you sitting at home watching or wherever you might be, it's got to be warmer than sitting up here in the bleachers.
It's probably warmer than sitting here, too.
Yeah, I'm wearing a beanie and got my thermals on. And
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
there's a big breaking ball in there for a strike.
Number 1.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Riley. Gomez has 1 K already here in the top of the first. That is that 1 out. There's a good close-up of a young man. He's going to stop and stand and look around, see if any of his buddies are around, and stand right
in front of the camera. Go figure, right? Of all places. That's ball number 3.
3
on
balls,
Riley.
1 strike. Yeah, he
And
walked
the action
up.
begins, right?
He walked right up the stairs, walked right over in front of the glass, and then just stood there looking around to see if any of his buddies was in the bleachers. Had to knock on the glass and say,
nobody was here.
Here comes the next pitch. It's driven into right field. Making the turn.
Oh,
And
two are gonna
the
score.
right fielder booted it, so one's headed home. The second one's going to ease into third, and they end up being, we'll call it a double, an RBI double for Riley.
That fielder out there, Bob, I think that's Ornelas, right?
So that is number 9. That is Fabian Ornelas. He's number 7, but position number 9. So
Yes.
that'll bring up the number 5 batter, Connor. He's got runners at second and third. Stepping in there ready to go. Got a clear count, 0-0. 1 out. Here comes the next, or the first pitch, and it's driven high, way high over toward
base.
third and toward the third base dugout,
Despite the
trying to
wind.
get to it.
Oh,
And
beautiful
that
job
wind
by
blowing
Morales.
everywhere, and Morales does make the catch.
There's a little moisture on the glass outside too.
Yeah, we've been getting some some mist, some
Yes.
spit off and on all day.
So that's out number 2 with the runner on second and third for the Cavemen.
That'll bring up Dallas.
Texas.
That's right. So Dallas steps in there ready to go. Oh, Dallas.
That was a good TV show, huh?
Na, 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 na,
Strike
na,
number 1 on
na.
Dallas. Is that Junior?
Stepping in
It
there.
was
He
JR,
took it.
right? Not Junior.
J.R. Ewing, I believe. Yeah.
That's a good show.
I was a little young for that. But I remember my parents watching.
You're a little young.
That's true, man. That
Who
was
shot?
probably
Remember who shot JR? Was all over the papers. Remember?
And I don't remember. I remember that, but I don't remember who actually shot
That's
him.
when I kind of got into who shot him. Like, I was way, way, way young. You know what I'm saying?
So the board shows 0-1. Is that right? 2 outs.
Yes, sir.
We got a 1-0 game here as Carlsbad leads by 1.
I wonder who did shoot him. Do you know?
Man, no idea who shot JR.
Oh, swing.
Swing and a miss,
That
and
was
down he
foul.
goes as that was strike number 3 apparently, and that will end the top half of the first. As we move into the bottom half of the first, the Cardinals trail Carlsbad 1-0.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. We're live here in Eunice on a cold, windy spring day as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Carlsbad, either the JV or the C team, or maybe the JVC team or the CJV team.
Something.
Yep. And on the hill for Carlsbad is Augie. A-U-G-I-E-V. Augie V.
Augie V.
Yep. It's kind of funny because when I look down this roster, we've got Mikey D, Kyler D, Dallas C, Augie V, Drake E, Wade C, Jaden C, Darian V, Mitch E, Andrew B,
Sound like the
and
Backstreet
Omar
Boys.
T. It's like,
like a rap group, man.
I'm telling you. And so, anyway, pretty interesting a lineup here for Carlsbad. And I got to tell you, just watching Carlsbad, you and I talked about it a while ago as they were warming up.
They look tough.
They
look really good out there throwing that ball around.
Whether this is C or JV or varsity or whoever it is,
they're ready to play. It looks like it.
They look pretty dang salty in their warm-ups. So,
Looks a bitty.
Billy Blevins going to lead the Cardinals off here, trailing 1-0. He steps in there ready to go. Billy versus Augie. Billy in that right-handed batter's box, and here comes the pitch. That pitch is right down the middle for strike number 1. So 0-1 to Blevins. Augie making quick work. His next pitch is hit hard, foul over toward the field house. Oh, my gosh. I don't know who that is in the gray shirt, but they almost got one off the back of the noggin.
It looks like one of those JV kids for the Eunice team.
Man, it almost got him right in the back of the head. I bet that didn't miss him by a foot.
Oh, swing and a miss.
And
Goes
Billy
down.
goes down on 3 pitches. So down goes Blevins.
Augie brought some heat there on that last pitch.
Man, I'm telling you.
Let's bring up number 3 up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals.
And that is Kevin Garcia. Man, that person, I still can't get over that person walking toward the field house that almost took that foul ball off the back of the noggin. And there's strike number 1 to Garcia.
I'm glad you were watching. Could you imagine if it would hit him, it would have gone down? Like, somebody go help that kid.
Yeah. All right, so Charlie is, just so you know, is updating us on who shot JR. Oh, and he got beamed right in the shoulder.
Kevin.
Yeah, and he got shot. Kevin Garcia gets hit by a pitch, and he heads over to first, and he took a fastball right off the top edge of that shoulder.
He took it like a champ. He just stood real still like, you serious? It's cold.
And it hit him solid, too. It was like it just killed the ball right into that shoulder. And when it's cold like this, that can't feel good.
I thought he was going to charge him out for a second.
So Kevin's already, He's already got like a 3-step lead over there, and he's hopping back and forth, and now they're pulling him back over to the base, and now he's going to hop out there again.
Getting ahead of himself a
So
little bit.
Braylon Jeter, big Braylon, comes up to the plate. Here's the first pitch, and it's driven foul, and there's another person in a red jacket headed toward the field house, but that one's over more toward the high school. But a lot of people walking back and forth to the high school for some reason.
Trying to go rump a little bit, Coach.
Probably.
We might take a walk in a minute, too.
Jeter steps back in the box. Garcia with the big lead over at first. Here's the pitch. It's right down the middle for strike 2. I thought it was a little low, but especially
the way the catcher moved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came down, but
especially for a tall glass of water like Jeter. He's back in there with an 0-2 count, 1 out. Garcia with the big lead. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball. Jeter stays alive and fought it off, fouled it back over the dugout here.
Count remains the same. The same.
The same?
The same. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cavemen on first.
Stepping back in there is Jeter. Big lead for Garcia over at first. He's hopping out there a few more steps. Here's the pitch.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Straight
down the middle, and Jeter didn't like the call, and down goes Jeter. Strikeout number 2 for Augie. That is his second K.
We have a courtesy runner here for Kevin.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who it is.
Bring him in and let him put on his gear.
Is that number 1?
Is that number 1? 1 would be Tyson Coy.
You are correct. That is Tyson Coy.
So Tyson Coy heads in as a courtesy runner as big Jose Calvillo steps into the left-handed batter's box. We've got 2 outs here. We're in the bottom of the first. Augie on the hill for Carlsbad. He throws it back over, and they try to pick Coy.
That's close, man.
He dives in there. So the Carlsbad crowd cheering. They thought they might have got him. It was close. Here's the next pitch, and it's outside for ball number 1.
I believe that's the first ball this young man has thrown here.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom of the first.
So stepping back in there is Calvillo. Big lead over there for Coy, and Coy goes. They throw it down. It's going to be close. And the ball goes off the glove of the second baseman, and I think if that throws down 6 inches to a foot, he probably had him because the catcher had a cannon.
By golly, he does.
He fired it out there, and it was probably there in time, but it was over a little high anyway. So Coy with a good steal there, now standing at second. He's eyeballing third. Big lead for Coy. Here comes the pitch. Woo.
3 straight balls here.
3-0 to this batter, Calvillo.
He's scared of Calvillo. Don't want to throw him a strike here.
Calvillo sets that bat on his shoulder, steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. It's chopper right toward the pitcher, and they're going to ease it over to first, and down goes Calvillo on the ground out. So at the end of 1, Eunice 0, Carlsbad 1. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports, as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Carlsbad here in Eunice on a cold, windy spring day that resembles December. The Eunice Cardinals trail after 1 inning, 1-0. Carlsbad was able to get on the board there in the top of the first. Eunice had a man in scoring position there, but left him there. And so now Carlsbad will come back up to the plate. Leading off this inning will be the pitcher, Augie. Oh, man. Where did all that come from?
What is it? Oh, right here? I have no idea.
All that water.
I wonder if when you open that door, maybe?
Maybe. All of a sudden, I've got water all over my equipment and all over my papers that I write, and it's like everything's soaked.
That's very unusual.
That is weird. Wow. I've never seen it do that before. I don't know where that came from.
But you figured if it would coming from outside, it'd still be coming in, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Who knows? Oh, well, we just got wet, or I did. Shoot, there's even water on the camera.
Yeah, like here on the little.
Yeah, I can see water plumb over there.
On the. That's weird.
Wow, strange. Anyway, here we go. Augie comes up to bat for Carlsbad. We're supposed to be in here out of the weather, and maybe we're not.
You just jinxes, huh?
Luis kicks and fires. That ball's hit hard and foul out over the first base dugout and into the parking lot.
Strike number one. That's what we need to get ahead of this pitcher.
You can always tell the visitors when you get here early to the game. I noticed all the Carlsbad vehicles lined up right here behind the, right by the gate. And you notice all the Eunice people parked like a block or two down the road.
By the administration office.
Yeah. When I pulled up, there was like 3 vehicles lined up side by side right in front of the gate. And I thought, oh, you poor people.
Don't know what you're doing.
That's right. Gonna have some dents. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big breaking ball gets in there right on the inside corner for Gomez. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Augie.
And Augie tried to lean into it so he can get hit, but it did not happen.
So we've got a pitcher versus pitcher duel here as Gomez pitching to Augie, the pitcher for Carlsbad. There's a big breaking ball, swing on and a miss, and down goes Augie. That is Gomez's 3rd K of the game here already.
Made Augie look kind of weird, didn't he?
Yeah, and that'll bring up Brock. Brock is into the I can't tell if that's a hoodie. It is a hoodie.
Yeah, I thought it was his hair for a second,
I did too.
too.
I was like,
dang,
man, that is a mullet
Brock
that he's
must
got.
be a wrestler.
Yep. And so Brock steps in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Gomez, and it's outside for ball number 1.
Just a little bit. Just a little outside. He pauses up there when he's about to rock in.
Yep. So 1 ball, no strikes to Brock. Gomez kicks, fires toward home. It's driven over toward shortstop.
Ooh.
Shortstop scoops it. Let's see if Jeter can get it there. And he does.
Beautiful
and they gun
job
him.
by those gentlemen out there.
What a play by Jeter. And then great stretch there by Jose Calvillo on first. And, man, that was a beautiful play at the short by Jeter.
Yes, fielding the ball, and poor Calvillo was stretching out for his life to get that ball.
Yeah, he's liable to
Getting
need
off the hop, yeah.
some of that electronic therapy on that groin from that stretch that he did right
He
there.
still has it there after that stretch.
And that'll bring up Drake, number 27 for Carlsbad. Here comes the first pitch. It's low and outside. And back to the backstop for ball number 1.
So Drake up the bat, you said?
Man, yeah. Yeah, Drake. Jeter, man, he was running full blast all the way over to that gap between him and third, scooped it with a backhand, turned and fired all the way across the diamond. What a play. And that ball goes off the glove of the catcher, back to the backstop again. So 2-0 is the count.
Kevin can't catch cold right now, huh?
He's liable to catch one of those.
Making it count 2 balls, right? No strikes and 2 outs here. The top of the second.
So if we get a couple of strikes right here, we get into some of that rock boogie oogie oogie stuff that we do.
We ain't said it tonight.
Yep. So here comes Gomez with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's down the middle, and there's strike 1 to Drake.
Man, it's cold.
It is.
You look out there, and they're just everybody wrapped up in blankets.
Mm-hmm.
True fans out there.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball, and it's in there for strike 2. And we've evened up the count. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock, boogie, oogie, oogie. Oogie, oogie. And what was our? Oh, yeah, there.
Good things.
Yeah, that's it. And now outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This is a big one. We need this one.
It's a full count here on Drake.
Yep.
Let's get him out here, bud.
Gomez taking his time, getting into his rhythm here. Here comes his step. He kicks, fires towards home. Big breaking ball and a swing and a big swing and a miss. And down goes Drake on the strikeout. That's strikeout number 4 for Gomez. And as we move into the bottom of the second, your Cardinals trail Carlsbad 1-0.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports Here is the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Carlsbad Cavemen and Son. I always like Captain Caveman and Son, you know, the little son that come out there and was like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did he come out all the time?
I don't know if he was there
I
all
think
the
he's
time.
just like every now and then.
Yeah, I think he was just occasional.
Oh, caveman.
So I believe that'll bring up Dyson
We're just dating
Lord.
ourselves every time we speak, you know.
Yeah,
We just need to stop. We need to watch new cartoons.
Dyson Lord. That was back when cartoons only came on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have
Yeah.
cartoon networks.
You
and
got up
just
early and fought for the remote control.
No YouTube, none of
Mhm.
that stuff. And that ball's on the outside corner for strike number 1. So 0-1 to Dyson Lord.
He didn't even look like he was ready in that batter's box.
He's ready now.
Let's see what he does here.
So 0-1, here comes the pitch. It's down the middle, swung on and missed for strike 2. So 0-2. I tell you, this pitcher from Carlsbad so far has looked pretty salty. Stepping back in, there's the pitch.
Ooh, wow.
And right down the outside corner for strike number 3. And Lord beats a hole in the turf there beside him as he goes down
It's
swinging.
not the turf's fault. It's the pitcher's fault throwing that fast.
Fabian Ornales now comes to the plate for the Eunice Cardinals. Ornales playing out there in right field today. Steps in there ready. Here's the pitch, and it's right down the middle for strike number 1. And most of these Eunice batters, when they get up there, that first
watch
pitch,
the first one.
it's like they watch it go right in the center of the mitt, and they don't even look like they're ready. And there's that next one, and it was in the mitt before he swung, and that's strike 2. So 0-2 as Carlsbad's Augie, the pitcher, blows another one by.
Augie's taking care of business here.
That's right. Ornales back in there,
Ooh,
and he
outside.
takes.
Ooh.
Ooh, I thought he took it down the outside corner, but they call it a ball, so that's a good deal for the Eunice Cardinals. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ornales. Ornales back in there ready. Here comes the pitch. It's fouled
Straight
right
back to
back
us.
toward us. Tortoise. You know, speaking of tortoises, I thought I saw where somebody posted on Facebook yesterday that one of them huge tortoises like people have as pets was seen walking around the softball baseball park over in Hobbs, like in the street. That ball's driven over into right field. Having some trouble was the right fielder, but he did end up, he was dancing for a
he
minute.
adjusted real quick, didn't he?
Looked like he was doing some two-stepping out there, but then he got underneath it and made the catch. So Ornales with a good piece of hitting went the opposite way, but he goes down on the line out.
This brings Morales, right? Number 10?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Isaac Morales steps up to the plate. 2 outs already here in the bottom of the 2nd. Here comes the pitch. It's driven high and foul, and that'll get one of them Carlsbad cars that's parked
I wish
right
we
there
had
by
a
the
window
gate.
back here so we can see where it hits him.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'd probably get in trouble even worse because we'd be laughing at cars with dents in them. But, yeah, you're probably right. So
Get in trouble
0-1.
more?
Yeah.
More?
Oh, and there was a big swing and a miss for strike
He
2.
pulled the string on that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Jimmy, we're always in trouble. It's
Oh,
always
two.
Charlie.
0-2, and Charlie's like, man, I get in trouble. I'm in Big Spring. 0-2, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, everybody's
Ooh.
running off the field
The
except the
whole
umpire.
Carlsbad team was running for the dugout. Everybody in the bleachers, including the Eunice crowd, said, ooh, on that one.
Like, thank you.
They call it a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Morales. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball. Hit down third baseline. It's going to be a foul ball. And Morales gets a little warm-up run as he was kicking it toward first.
They're staying alive there, hit, right?
Yep.
That makes what, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. It's a close game so far, 1-0.
Yep.
Carlsbad leads. This young man ready to sit down
Yeah.
there, bud.
Yeah, he likes to stand up, eat his nachos and whatnot right in front of the
Free
camera.
sponsorship for the touchdown.
Here comes the next pitch, and it's in there, and so down goes Morales on the strikeout. And
3 up,
that
3
is
down,
the
huh?
4th strikeout for Augie, the pitcher from Carlsbad. As we move into the 3rd, Eunice trails Carlsbad 1-0.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Your Eunice Cardinals trail Carlsbad here 1-0 as we are getting ready to start the third inning here in Eunice on a windy, cold day.
Windy, cold, a little moisture out there today.
Yeah, a little
I'm glad
mist.
we are in here, man.
If it was 10 degrees cooler, it'd probably be snow or sleet that's falling. And it is cold and just kind of damp, and like I said, it looks like a winter day.
It's a good day to be playing football.
Yeah, or basketball.
Or basketball, yeah.
Where you can go in there and turn the heater up to about 75 and play all the basketball you want. That's why I had people ask me all the time, like, hey, you played football and you ran track and you played baseball, whatever. Why don't you coach any of those things? And I say, because in the gym, you put the temperature where you want it. You don't have to worry about no snow, no nothing. So here we go. Eunice back in the field.
Good coaching too at basketball.
Ooh, and a swing and a miss for
number 13. He wanted that one.
That's 13. This is back to the top of the lineup. Young man had a single his first at bat as he ran it out. Beat it out down the first base line. That is Mikey D. Mike D. Up to the plate. Swings that one down the third base line. Going to be a foul ball.
He was ahead of that one, wasn't he?
He was.
See if he throws him a nice breaking ball here.
So Mike D steps back in there. He's down 0-2 to Lewis G. Mike D versus Lewis G. It's a wrap-off. Here's the pitch. Right down that outside corner, the Eunice Cardinal crowd hollering, whoa.
Just that one guy has a loud voice, don't he?
And they call it a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Cardinal fans didn't like the caller, at least one of them. And stepping out is the batter, Mike D.
Mike D, huh?
Mike D steps back in. I wonder if that's a Daughtry. One of our old.
I believe you're right. He looks like him from here, huh?
One of our old classmates' kids. We saw them. Bruce and I believe Summer are here watching. And he takes that one outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mikey D with a single, his first at bat. He's got an even count here, 2-2. Luis Gomez on the hill. He steps, kicks, fires toward home, and it's right down the outside corner for strike number 3. So down goes Mike D. And that is the 5th strikeout for Luis Gomez.
Those pitching duel we have here, huh?
Mm-hmm. And that brings up Lopez for Carlsbad. Lefty struck out his last at bat. Stepping in there ready. Luis takes the sign. Kicks and fires it toward home, and that ball was inside.
At his knees.
And Lopez was playing the he was bobbing and weaving, trying to keep from getting smacked there.
That would have hurt in this cold day.
Oh, man, right in the side of the kneecap. Oof.
I was like, you know what, Coach? We got a sub. Put him in for me. I ain't playing no more.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Go to that field house over there and get warm.
I'll be in the bus playing on the phone.
So Luis back on the hill. Takes a look. Kicks, fires toward home. Big breaking ball. Doesn't get back in there. Stays outside for 2 balls, no strikes, I believe.
I believe you are right, sir. They're a little behind over there, aren't they?
Maybe a little.
I wonder how Charlie's doing.
He's probably caught up, except he's about 30 seconds behind because.
You ain't got no complaints yet, have you?
Ooh, big breaking ball. Stayed outside. That makes it 3-0.
Yes, sir.
3 balls, no strikes. 1 out here to Lopez. Lopez, the left-handed batter, steps back in there. You know, I've noticed his left foot is all the way up on the line. I didn't know you could do that, but maybe you can.
Well,
he takes ball 4. So
that last one was pretty close. I thought it was going to be a strike, but nope. Lopez gets on base on balls.
And that'll bring up Kyler D. Young man walked his first at bat. He's got Lopez standing on first.
With 1 out.
It's funny, you look at their roster that they gave us. Most all of them have like their first name, last initial, except the last guy. He has E. Lopez. So
Lopez has a huge lead over there, too, at first.
big lead for Lopez. L for Lopez. Lead also. And stepping out is Kyler D. He felt like Gomez was taking a little too long, so he stepped out.
Got something in his eye with his win, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's back in there ready, though. Got his eye all cleared out, ready to go. Gomez takes a look at his catcher. Kicks, fires the ball toward home. It's swung on and driven high into right field. It's a deep one. The wind's playing fits with them. They can't find it. It hits the ground, scooping it up out there in right field and firing it
bad throw.
all the way. Man, they threw that ball into left field. And whoever that was on third did a really good job of keeping that ball in play.
He chased it all the way down, man.
Throw from Ornelas
was off the mark by
yes,
far.
it was. It went toward left field.
I don't know if he was going to circle to third on that one.
Yep. And so that was. So he ended up with a triple out of that.
You are correct,
deal.
sir. And Lopez came all the way from first.
Yeah. So that makes it 2-0. As that RBI, we'll call it an RBI triple officially. We're not official, so that'll be all right. Riley H. now heads to the plate.
You reckon?
He had an RBI double, his first at bat, and he drives this one into center. Center fielder backing up, makes the catch, tagging it third and headed home, and they throw it
watch out.
over here into the left field bleachers. And anyway, with all of that said, they score again. It's now 3-0.
That's been two bad throws here by the Eunice Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it must be cold out there.
Yep.
Making the score 3-0. That brings up a 23 for the Cavemen up the bat with 2 outs.
And that is Connor. Young man had a fly out his last at bat. 2 outs here in a 3-0 game.
Those Seagulls?
That kind of looks like it, huh?
There's a large group of them.
Yeah, large group of seagulls. Maybe that gum eclipse got everybody all messed up. They don't know.
They're flying north or south.
I'm telling you, weather's crazy. I had an eclipse. I put my glasses on Facebook trying to sell them. I thought, man, they were only used 4 or 5 minutes max. They
lightly used.
Yeah, lightly used. I said, hey, look, these are part of history. They got to view an eclipse, and so it was a big deal. So I figured maybe I'd trade them for like a motorcycle or a boat. I mean, I know what I got. That's good stuff. Don't try to lowball me.
How's it gone so far?
I hadn't got much offer. Ovi offered me a piece of chewed bubble gum for him. So
lightly chewed?
That's right. Big drive into right center field. Looks like they're struggling with it again. Coming over from center field, making the catch over in right field. And down goes Connor. And so the Cardinals get out of this one. They'll move into the bottom of the third. Carlsbad leads 3-0.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Eunice Cardinals trail Carlsbad here 3-0 as we are moving into the bottom of the third. And
Not that much action from the Eunice Cardinals bats here. We need to get those going for the home team here.
We mentioned the Lady Cardinals with the big win over district opponent Jow today, 11-1. Man, I'll tell you, Stinson has been absolutely killing it. I think she had 2 or 3 home runs in that Mesilla Valley tournament, like over the fence home runs. She had at least 1 triple today. Absolutely killing it is Stinson for the Lady Cardinals. So stepping up here, I believe this is going to be High-End Castro. High-End steps in there ready to go, swings and misses at the first pitch, so strike 1. 0-1 to Castro. He's ready. Here comes the next pitch from Augie. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. High end looks like he's got a lot of clothes on to me.
He looks a little thick, is that you're trying to say?
Yeah, he looks extremely thick, so maybe that's making it hard to swing. I don't know. He swings at that one, strike 3, and down goes Castro on the strikeout.
3 pitches, right?
Yeah, yeah. He looks like
a little stiff, huh?
Looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with all them clothes out there trying to stay warm.
That'd be a good day to get hit if you have that much clothes on, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's top of the lineup?
This is should be Luis Gomez.
Okay.
This is the bottom of the lineup, number 9. Here comes the pitch, and that is inside corner for strike 1. This ump is like, let's go home.
Yeah, let's get it over with. Everything that you need to close, he's calling it a strike.
It's 6 inches this
umpire,
side of that
I
side.
concur.
It's good. Here comes the next pitch. Swung
Oh,
on and a
he
miss.
wasn't even close on that swing.
And that
You
was
need to get a 40-inch bat out there, bud.
0-2. Yep. Might need a telephone pole to reach that one. Here comes the next pitch. Swung and driven
made some
foul over
contact
into the
there.
parking lot.
Pitcher laps over there, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
So 0-2 to Luis Gomez. We got a little pitcher-on-pitcher duel here. Here comes the next pitch from Augie. Big breaking ball, and it's in there, and down goes Luis Gomez. And
they throw the ball to center field there.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Trying to throw it around the
the
horn,
horn.
huh? That's the 6th strikeout for Augie from Carlsbad, and that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Billy Blevins steps in here. Went down on strikes his first at bat. Let's see if he can get something going here as Billy steps in there ready to go. Here comes the first pitch, and he takes it right down the middle. I mentioned it a while ago, and then we talked about it a while ago during the break. It seems like all of our batters are taking the first pitch, and it seems like the majority of the time that first pitch is a strike right down the middle, and so we're starting 0-1 almost every batter.
The girls in softball got third place up at that tournament, correct?
Yes, they did. They did. And that pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Blevins. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. So some hot cocoa being brought
Coffee or
up.
hot cocoa?
One or the other. There's a swing
Either
for
way, it's
strike
hot.
2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blevins.
Just like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. So Blevins chokes up on that bat, steps back in there, ready to go, and that one was close, and the Carlsbad team was running off the field again, and they called it a ball. So I think that'll be 2-2-2, rock boogie oogie, woo, 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 woo. That one's fouled down the third base line.
Count remains the same, so you better get your voice warmed up there.
Say we'll have to do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock boogie oogie oogie. Woo 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 woo.
That actually sounds good, you know. I want that station record us.
That one's fouled right back toward us.
Toward us.
Toward us like a turtle at Hobbs running down the street. I'm telling you,
That's
really, somebody posted a tortoise.
A turtle running down the street.
It was a tortoise running down the street. One of them great big ones that people have like in their yards.
And they're worth good money, man.
Woo, 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 woo. Driven foul. And Billy's going to make us keep woo, woo, woo. And if
our throat's going to dry, we'll be all scratched in a minute.
And just for y'all at home watching, Jared Gladden and Heath Dean told me that you got to have this superstition stuff on a 2-2-2. So jiggly wiggly woo, 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 woo. Oh, and it didn't work, so we're going to quit doing it. As down went Billy Blevins, and that is strikeout number 7 for Augie, the pitcher from Carlsbad, as we move into the bottom of the 3rd. Eunice trails 3-0.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. As your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Carlsbad, The Lady Cards, as we've mentioned multiple times, with a big win over Jow today down in Jow. Congratulations.
Was it a district game? Sorry to interrupt you there.
I believe, but I don't know that.
And it was a doubleheader, correct?
Now that I don't know.
Oh, come
If
on
they-
now.
if it was a
Charlie, was it a
double-
doubleheader?
If it was a doubleheader, I only heard about one game, but that doesn't mean they're not playing the other one right now.
Charlie, our news reporter, is not keeping us update here.
He's about 30 seconds behind us, so when he hears it, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, let me jump on that." So that'll bring up. Trying to look, that looks like a different batter right there. Is that
Number
that's
17?
No, it's not a different batter. That's
See,
Dallas.
first baseman, correct?
Yeah, he's the one that got shot by JR his last at bat on the strikeout.
Yes, sir, he did.
You know, this Cardinal team today, as I look out across there, just has a completely different makeup to it. And what I mean by that is, you know, I know that we've got the injury to Cerna that's kept Cerna sidelined the last week or so. And, you know, a couple other changes out there. And so it's just a different look. This Cardinal team has a little bit different look, especially defensively.
Yeah, you got players normally don't play in that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Playing tonight. I think coach is just trying to figure something out here early in the season.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can't blame them. Coming in new, fresh, new Clids.
Clids?
Yeah, Clids.
They're kind of like kids, just
Yes.
with an L.
Yeah.
That's kind of like our Eunice Health Clinic sign that don't have
Did
the
you see
L
that?
in it. Yep,
Did you see
the
that?
Heath Clinic.
Shush.
Heath Dean. Stepping in there is Dallas. This ain't Dallas. He swings and fouls that one right over toward.
That pumping unit.
Yeah, and Charlie says it's varsity JV going on down in Jal.
Okay.
Not a doubler. So stepping back in is Dallas. Luis Gomez still on the hill for the Cardinals, and he is ready. 3-0 is the score. 0-1 is the count, and here is the pitch. He watched that one go. I guess it was outside for ball one.
1-1. Did you hear that?
What?
So what's this doing pushing buttons around that box?
They'll shoot some fireworks off in a minute. Gomez' next pitch is outside for ball two.
Getting away from him there, huh?
That one looked like it slipped out of his hand a bit.
No, left-handed batter for the Cavemen.
Captain Caveman and son. Dallas in there, ready to go. Luis kicks and fires. Big breaking ball, and it's in there. So that makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. We're in the top of the 4th. And the Caveman lead Eunice 3-0. Gomez on the hill, kicks, fires it toward home. Swung on, hit hard down the first base line. Jose Castillo steps over in front of it, scoops it up, and then steps on first base for the out.
Jose Calvillo.
Yep. What did I say?
Castillo.
Did I say Castillo?
Yes.
Man.
He made it look easy either way.
He
Castillo or
did.
Calvillo, he made it look easy.
So Dallas with the ground out.
Springs Augie?
Augie, the pitcher. So Augie steps in there ready to go. He went down swinging his last at bat. And Luis is ready. We got a pitcher-on-pitcher battle. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit foul over toward the field house.
Is there anybody out there walking?
I don't see anybody this time. Looks like it's a clear parking lot out across there.
There was no track practice needed today, huh?
Yeah, I would
If
guess
they did,
not.
it's probably indoors, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Here comes the next pitch.
Oh,
man,
off the gut.
Gomez took it in the belly. They had a line drive that went at Gomez. It looked like it hit him right in the belly. He took it like a champ, picked it up off the ground,
Yeah,
fired
he
it
ain't got
over
much
to
of a
first.
belly.
No, man,
that had to hit a
that's
spleen
some-
or something.
That's some rock hard abs right there.
You better check that ball. He probably whelped it.
Man,
He's back on the rubber. Let's go. That's a big leaguer for you right there.
man, Gomez took a shot, and now he's back on the hill ready to go as he took it off the belly, leaned over, picked it up, threw the runner out at first, and he's back on the hill ready to go. That'll bring up Brock. Big breaking ball, swing on and a miss for strike number 1.
Is Brock wearing leather work gloves?
Yeah, you know, that's I was with Billy up in Albuquerque, and we were at one of them big sports, Dick's. That's it. We were at Dick's, And he was telling me that these gloves are like the big thing this year, and they look like work gloves.
I know when I was in high school, Jared Gladden would wear leather work gloves.
Leather work gloves, yeah.
He was crushing them. That was many, many moons ago, boys.
So 0-2 is the count to Brock, and he's got the leather gloves on. He's stepping in there ready to go. They were high dollar. I can't remember how much they cost, but they were way more than the normal batting gloves.
Huh.
They had a couple of colors, but one of the colors looked like
working leather gloves.
Working leather gloves, yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Brock. Luis Gomez on the hill for the Cardinals. Takes a look at his catcher, Kevin Garcia. He's going to kick and fire it toward home. Big breaking ball is driven towards center. Center fielder looks like he's having some problems with it. It's going to go over his head. He scoops it up and fires it back toward second, and a double.
A stand-up double.
Yep.
As soon as that center fielder started backpedaling, he lost it from there and hit the ground.
And that'll bring up Drake. And he's going to step in here ready to go. Speaking of rappers, Drake would be one of those. Oh.
Time out for take his gear off, huh?
Yeah, he's taking off his little shin protectors and whatnot. So as everyone gets settled, third base coach gets the little shin protector, and they're headed back over. And so here we go. Miss Reeves Leanne says that track practice was outside today.
Whoa.
Here comes the next pitch. It's low and outside for ball 1. I'm sorry, ball 2. And that makes it a 2 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And we're not supposed to do the thing you win.
No. This is the first bat. That was his first strike, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm just reading what's on that scoreboard.
Yeah, remember this was Drake the rapper?
Yep, Drake the rapper. So now it's 0-1 is what the board said.
I thought it was a ball.
Here comes the next pitch.
It's 2 balls.
It should be 2 balls, huh?
Yeah, 2 balls.
That's.
And we have a fight in the press box.
over the scoreboard.
How many balls should be on the board?
That's
huh?
right. So,
we're staying out of this one, boys.
2-0. We're just over here as
mind our business. Ball 3. The
that's
ball
right.
gets away
and
from
that
Kevin.
ball gets away from him, and moving over to third is the runner. So now with 2 outs, you got a runner standing on third and a 3-0 count to Big Drake.
Is it 2 outs? I'm questioning it now.
That's what the board says. I'm just reading it off the board.
I agree with you, Coach.
So back in there is Drake. Gomez takes a look over toward third base. Drake has a pretty decent lead over there. Or not, he's not the leader. Drake's batting. And he takes ball 4.
He's about to get a decent lead here at first base.
So, yeah, big lead, I'm sure. So now we'll move back to the top of the lineup. This will be Mike D. Mikey D. Mike D. So Mike D steps up into the batter's box.
So is he going to steal on the first motion?
You know, I think there's a Mike D on the Bobby Bones show. So if you get a chance, listen to Bobby Bones show. Mike D is on there. And
Kevin steps out to give extra signs to the
yeah
team. So we're going to try to throw him out or cut it off at short and throw it home.
Yeah, I would bet we throw it right to the pitcher like a rocket.
I would agree with you.
And see if maybe they can catch somebody slipping. But anyway, here we go. Runners on the corners. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball, driven foul down the third base line.
And Charlie said there's some information here.
Yeah, he's keeping us updated. Let's see what kind
It's a
of
picture. Mine ain't downloaded yet. Yours?
It's a picture of his thumb.
Shut up.
He sent us a picture. Charlie sent
That's
us a
harassment,
picture of
Charlie.
his
You can't be
thumb.
doing that.
Can't be sending me explicit images of your thumb. So stepping back in there with an 0-1 count. Runners on the corners. There goes the runner. It swung on and driven foul. As Mike D really got around on that
This
one.
sure is his thumb. You ain't playing.
Yep, it's a close-up of his thumb.
This guy needs help.
Sitting in a hotel room in Big Spring, Texas, sending us close-ups of his thumb. So 0-2 is the
Put that on
count.
the screen so you can.
Maybe during the break I'll show everybody a close-up of Charlie's thumb that he sent us. There goes the runner again, and it's ball's
He's coming
gonna be
back
fouled
again. I'd be so mad if I
That
was.
runner's ran about 4 wind sprints to second.
I would I would try to throw him out at second. Now he's so tired.
I think what I might do is make a move and throw it toward first right here.
Step off.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's halfway there before the pitcher even turns and starts his movement toward the
I would
plate.
like to call a balk on the pitcher, huh?
Yeah. So Gomez ready. Big lead over at first. You can expect him to go. And he didn't this time, and we threw the ball.
Yep, and it was a ball, and he didn't swing at it for a change. So
Yeah.
finally gets 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Kevin approaches the mound to talk to
Yeah, and
Gomez.
while we're doing that, I'll see if I can give you guys a close-up of Charlie's thumb. There is the thumb that he sent us through text message a while ago. Not to be confused with my thumb that you can see there. That's Charlie's thumb. He made sure to send us a picture of his thumb from Big Spring.
I believe that's his right thumb, right? Is that the one he always puts on camera?
Yeah, that is the right thumb. Yeah, you're right. I had to look at it again, but yeah, that is the right thumb.
Copyrights that.
Yep. So here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Mike D at the plate, the leadoff batter. He's got a single, and then he struck out his last at bat. Luis Gomez on the hill. Looking, and now stepping out of the box is Mike D.
And Gomez looks frustrated on that mound with his hands on his hip, huh?
Yeah, he's like, why you step out on me?
I know, dude. Come on. The
I
wind's
was in
blowing
rhythm.
up, getting cold. The wind's cutting through these
Guy on
pants.
first looks like he's got his edge on this time. He's going again. He's about to take off, and they throw back toward him, and they made a close play.
Pretty close.
And, yeah, that was a pretty close play
Beautiful
there.
job by Cavillo catching the ball where it was at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was right on his back.
He misses that ball. That guy on third base scores.
Yep. So 3-0 is the score here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Mike D. We're in the 4th inning here, top of the 4th. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and fouled off over toward the batting
Is it the
cages.
3rd foul ball at bat?
Man, I think more like the 5th.
And the count remains the same, right? 2
Yep.
strikes, 1 ball. And 2 outs.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, all right, all right. So stepping back in there, speaking of all right, all right, all right, he was in Ruidoso a couple days ago. Taking a look, there goes the runner. The pitch is low and outside for ball 2.
He's filming a movie up there, ain't he?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. He was filming a movie up in Ruidoso. I had one of the officers supposed to be in court for some cases that sent an email over to the court saying he wasn't going to be able to be there to just go ahead and dismiss all his traffic tickets because he was with Matthew McConaughey doing a movie in Ruidoso. So here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball, and they don't call out, man, the Eunice crowd.
I thought he called it a strike, bud.
Yeah,
the way he walked towards the dugout.
Yeah, me too. The Eunice crowd wanted that call. He didn't get it.
So
I believe that makes it 3-2, right?
I believe you are right, sir.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runners at second and third now.
Big pitch here.
See
Takes
what happens.
forever, man.
Here he comes. Kicks and fires it outside, and it's going to be ball 4.
It's going to load the bases here.
Yep. So Mike D with the walk. And that'll bring Lopez up to the plate. The bases are juiced. This young man has struck out once and walked once. And he is a lefty.
Carlsbad can open up the game right here with a good hit.
That is true.
We got to play good defense here, Cards.
It's a big one for sure. All the runners with fairly good leads. Gomez on the hill. He throws that one. It's driven hard toward right field, way back there. And the player had it. The Eunice's player had it. It come out of their glove, and now the ball's going to be thrown over toward the Eunice
nobody's
dugout,
covering third
and
here.
it's cleared the bases on a, we'll call it a triple. It's more like a double and then some errors, but 3 runs scored. So,
Off that hit.
yeah, so
What happened to him? He was underneath it. It dropped right in front of him.
yeah, it's like he lost at the wind. I don't know, but it actually went into his glove and then came out like he got under it, and then he dropped his glove in front of him like to catch
Like
it
a basket catch?
Yeah. And so anyway, 3 RBIs, and it is now 6-0 with a runner on third and 2 outs. That one hurt.
Yes, tremendously. Brings up number 30, the bat for the Carlsbad the Cavemen.
Yeah, and this is a different.
Body pinch hitter or
Oh,
something?
no, it's not. It's Kyler D.
Kyler D.
It's right. Kyler D.
KD.
This young man had a triple with an RBI his last at bat, and he hits this one
blooper.
over into the gap, trying to
Oh,
get
my
to,
gosh.
and then we have a collision as Braylon Jeter and the left fielder just collided, and Jeter is down.
And he just threw his glove.
Oh, yeah, he's looking hurt.
Is it his wrist, his shoulder?
And Jeter is down.
And keep in mind, Jeter's a big boy.
Yep, and he collided with the left fielder. They collided. And the left fielder's limping pretty good, too. He's up, but he's limping, and Jeter is down, and he is kicking, and he looks like he could have sustained an injury for sure as he is down on the ground and throwing gloves and kicking his legs. So not good news for the Cardinals here. We're hoping it's just a...
Yeah, and with this wind, even if they were screaming at you, I got it, you can't hear nothing with that wind when you're running.
He got up. He's on his feet.
Is he grabbing his knee or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like he is looking at a knee. Maybe they collided knees. But he's up and he's walking
Yes.
with a limp. But Jeter's a big old boy, and so the crowd here starts to clap for him, and he looks like he's all right. So
Who's
that's
the player? The other kid that got hit, he got hurt too, man.
yeah.
Kevin's all the way out there checking on him.
Yeah, the catcher for the Eunice Cardinals, Kevin Garcia, is all the way out there in the shortstop and shallow left center field talking to his shortstop.
Man, it's been one of them nights for the Eunice Cardinals.
Man, I'm telling you.
All that being said, even one run scored on that.
Yeah.
The kid got all the way to second there for the KD kid, for the Cavemen. And brings up number 8 for the Cavemen right
That's
now.
Riley. This young man had an RBI double and a flyout RBI his last at bat. He's hit it hard both times at the plate today. We've got a 7-0 game. The Eunice Cardinals trail Carlsbad here. We're in the top of the 4th. And stepping into the plate is Riley. He's ready. Luis Gomez, and he's going to step out. You know, you're seeing a lot of these Carlsbad hitters.
Step out?
Yeah, they step out. When Gomez takes a little long on the hill, they step out.
Kind of changed the pace for him, huh?
Yep. Looks back towards second.
Now
Now he's
second has
ready.
a huge lead. Oh,
and we throw it into center field.
and they're going to test
And
his
they're
arm.
gonna, yeah, they are. They throw it over there, and it gets to the fence, but they're gonna hold him up on third, and so
Man, I honestly thought that was a balk anyways.
yeah, the movement looked a
Yes.
little strange.
Yes, I thought it was a balk because he never came off the rubber. But who am I?
Yeah, from up here it was kind of hard to tell, but that first motion did look a little different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So 7-0 is the score. 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 4th. Carlsbad's put 4 runs on the board already here in the 4th after scoring 2 in the 3rd and 1 in the 1st. And they've got a runner standing at third base right now. And here comes the next pitch. It's hit toward the pitcher, goes off the side of his glove, scooping it up and firing it over, and they can't get the runner at first. And so that'll score another run. And so Carlsbad now with 8 on the board.
That little stuff, coach. It's killing us right now. We got to keep our composure. It looks like Eunice has somebody in the bullpen warming up, too. Can't tell from here who it is.
So and the Carlsbad coach going to come down and visit with his batter here. I believe this is 23. This is Connor. He's flown out both at bats, so he's 0 for 2, 2 flyouts, and he stepped out of the box.
You see, the reason he did that is because Gomez was on the mound out of the windup. Now he went back into the stretch. He had a runner on.
Back in there. Here goes the runner. He's no, I thought he was going to take off. That ball's
Whoa, that's
ripped.
a shot.
Yeah, ripped down the third base line. That was a drive. It was foul.
If that would have been inbounds or fair, that
Yeah.
kid from first would have scored.
Yeah, he hit it hard.
Look how he has that, the batter, how he has that bat leaned all the way over his head.
Mm-hmm. And now he brings it back.
Uh-huh.
It's like a
Like a timing mechanism, huh?
Mm-hmm. Stepping in there, he's ready. Runner on first with a big lead. Breaking ball hit over into left center field. It's going to go all the way into the gap. Scooping it up is center fielder. Going to throw it toward home, and they're going to hold the runners up. And the runners are going to be standing at second and third now after another double.
And they're kind of taking Gomez here to the, what you say, the barn?
The woodshed.
The woodshed.
Taking him to the woodshed here as Gomez heads back to the hill. All of his teammates going to go out there and talk to him for just a minute. And that'll bring up Dallas. Young man had a strikeout and a ground out. This ain't Dallas. He's stepping in there ready to go. The lefty's got runners at second and third. 2 outs. It's been that way for a while. 5 runs scored here in this inning so far for Carlsbad.
That's ball number 1. Oh, he called it a strike?
No, he called it a ball. It was 1 ball, no strikes here.
Okay.
Stepping back in there, he's ready. Here comes the second pitch. It's driven foul.
Now it's 1-1.
Yep. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. 2 outs.
On this cold night, and it's getting colder as the sun starts to go down.
Man, it is a cold one out there. I feel bad for the kids. So Dallas steps in there ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's high and outside for ball 2. 2-1 is the count. 2-1. And Dallas will step back in there ready to go again. Runners at second and third for Carlsbad. Here's the pitch. It's driven hard down the first base line, scooped up by Calvillo, and he's going to step on the base. And Eunice is going to get out of the top of this 4th inning, but not before Carlsbad put 5 more runs on the board. Carlsbad leads 8-0 as we move into the bottom of the 4th.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We've got a pitcher change as the young man Augie steps off the hill after having 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. And coming onto the hill now is Dallas C. And for the Cardinals, trying to see who this is up to bat.
What's this, Kevin Garcia?
Kevin Garcia. He got hit by a pitch his first at bat. And Dallas slings that one in there for ball 1.
And he is a left-handed pitcher here.
Yes, he is. That's a big wind-up throw. Almost looks like a windmill. It's hit way over toward the field house.
So making it count 1-1, 0 outs here. At the bottom of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Fourth.
Bottom of the 4th. Eunice trails 8-0. Here's the next pitch.
Low and inside.
2-1. 2-1 on a cold, what looks like winter, but probably spring day. Here comes the next pitch. That one's outside for ball 3. So 3-1.
A little different from the last, from Augie, right? He came up to 3, none of them strikes. This young man's all over the place right now. There it is. Ball 4.
Garcia heads over to first base, earning the walk, putting Eunice on base. Maybe they can get something going here after the change pitcher.
Need some runs, bud.
That'll bring up Braylon Jeter. Young man playing shortstop for the Cardinals. Had that big collision out there a while ago during the top half of this inning.
Just forget about that, and it was horrible, wasn't it, for the Cardinals?
Yeah, they put 5 runs on the board there.
A lot came from their own errors.
That's true. So Garcia with a big lead over there at first, lefty on the mound, so that changes the lead off. There's a hit over towards short. They're going to scoop it up. They're going to try to turn 2. They don't turn 2, but they do pick off the front runner as Jeter goes down to the fielder's choice.
I like that because Jeter hit that ball nice and hard, and he ran pretty good towards first base.
Yeah,
that's a good sign after having that collision out there in that last inning. That's something positive to take out of this inning, right?
Yeah, well, yep. So Jeter standing on first now, and that'll bring up Jose Calvillo.
I believe you're right.
So Calvillo, the lefty, steps in there.
Lefty versus lefty. Let's see what we can do here.
This is the cleanup batter normally for the Cardinals. So he's ready. Jeter with the big lead. And Calvillo takes one right in the back in the shoulder blades. That hit him like right square in the back of the shoulder blades.
Did you see the umpire running right behind Calvillo like he's going to charge the mound?
Yeah.
For a second, Calvillo thought he was. Oh, Calvillo a little hot hit sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if the ump heard something or what, but man, as soon as Calvillo got hit right between the shoulder blades, right in the square in the back, the ump jumped up and was like sprinting toward the pitcher as Calvillo was headed toward first.
And that's a big difference too between Dallas and Calvillo.
Yeah, Calvillo's a big old boy.
Yep.
So he gets hit by a pitch. So now that puts runners at first and second.
This brings Dyson Lord up to bat, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So the Carlsbad coach went out there and talked to this pitcher, so that's his first meeting.
Yep. So we'll Dyson Lord comes to the plate. Runners at first and second. Stepping in, ready to go.
1 out.
1 out. They got Garcia on the lead a while ago on that grounder, that fielder's choice. So here comes the pitch. Now ball's going to be low and outside for ball number 1.
This lefty has like a small hesitation too coming home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes that big breath and he just kind of pauses. Like right.
So Lord is ready. Here comes the pitch, and that one's outside for ball 2.
Has this kid thrown a strike yet?
I don't know.
Just the one that Jeter hit, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So 2-0 to Lord. He is ready. Runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch. He thought about that one, and they call it a strike on the outside corner, and Lord throws his hands in the air like he just don't care. He was not happy with the call.
He's frustrated. Just focus, bud.
Yeah, 2-1 is now the count. Lord looking frustrated after that strike called.
Very frustrated, not just a little.
Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. So now we got a 2-ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Here to Lord.
Come on, guys, put that ball in place. I'm gonna hit a gapper.
Runners at second and third. 8-0 is the score. After the pitcher change, we got Dallas on the hill, and that ball's hit high and foul up over the first base dugout, and it's going to get out of play. So 2-2.
2-2-1, huh?
Yep. It's a full court press. My basketball brain kicking in.
My feet are getting colder. Yours cold over there?
No, but I got like thermals and stuff on. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Lord. And so that is the first K for Dallas.
This brings Ornelas up the back, correct?
Yeah, with 2 outs, runners at first and second, Fabian Ornelas comes to the plate. He lined out his last at bat. Well hit ball. Stepping in there and ready. Here comes the pitch. It's driven high and foul up over the first base dugout and into the parking lot.
A lot of foul balls tonight, huh?
Yep.
Ain't nobody out there to bring them back in. All the kids are at home, staying
It's
warm.
too cold for kids. Although there's a few out there, but
We got 3 in here.
yeah, that's true too.
And the one that's blocking the camera, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 4 kids in the bleachers, and they want to sit right in front of the camera. You got the whole place.
2 themselves, they want to
That's
sit right in front of you.
Right in front of the camera.
You get up every 5 seconds.
That's right. Here comes the next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah.
So 0-2 is the count. 2 outs here in an 8-0 game. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Ornelas. And as we move into the top of the 5th, Eunice trails 8-0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. We've made a pitching change here as Tyson Coy heads to the hill for the Cardinals. T. Coy will be on the mound.
And I believe we also have a defensive change over here. I think they took Fabian out. Now I can't tell who that kid is, that number over there. It's by looking at him, it looks a little different from here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can't tell for sure either. I know that we've still got Calvillo, Blevins, Jeter, and then I
Morales.
think, is that Morales? Yes, yeah, Morales at
the
third.
infield is the same. It's
except
just
for the
changed the pitcher. And then I put it away. I can't tell the number from here. It can't be 10.
And going to have a lineup change for Carlsbad as they've got number 15. That's Darian V.
Darian Dottie V?
Well, he says Darian V. I don't know if he's anything like our Darian, but nobody on the Mexican side of the Darian family calls him Darian, so they call him Darian. So when you say Darian, everybody in the family looks at you like, who are you talking to? Like,
excuse me?
I've had to learn to roll my tongue with the Daddy. We all call him Daddy. That's what everybody calls him. He's not Darian.
Sophisticated, huh? I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Yep. He's Daddy.
Hey, Daddy. He's a little Daddy for all of us, huh?
Yep.
You can be 25. Hey, Daddy.
So the last
good throw there,
pitch.
Kevin.
Yeah, no one hopper.
Yeah, one hopper. Usually a few more hops than that.
So that'll bring up Darian V. Steps in there ready to go. Eunice.
From the Cavemen.
That's right.
We have some Cavemen fans just showing up there.
Yeah.
Better late than never, right?
That's Bruce.
Oh, they're just coming over to get warm, huh?
You know, they're coming over here to hug Eunice Cardinal people. They're like, we're winning now. We'll come hug you.
We're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she graduate with you?
Ah,
Or she a little younger than you?
man, I can't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday anymore, but I believe Bruce is 2 years younger than me, maybe one, and Summer may be from my grade, but she may be the grade below me.
I
But
think she is a grade below you.
I had both of them in lots of classes and things. I mean, they've been friends of mine a long time, and then they had a daughter that went to school at Carlsbad that was a hurdler, and so we would go to track meets, and sometimes her and Chloe would end up running against each other. So I've stayed in contact with them mainly through social media for years. So good people for sure.
For sure. I played a lot of baseball with Bruce.
Yeah, good folks. I had heard, I mentioned it earlier. I had heard that maybe one or both of them might be interested in the superintendent position when they were saying it was coming available, but that may have just been rumor mill. You know how that goes.
Yeah, around here, yes, sir. So is that ball number 3 or 2 here on
Board says 2-1.
Okay, we'll take it for a grain of salt here.
And this is 15, Darian V.
A DV, huh?
Yep, DV. DV, are you with me? So stepping back in there, he's ready. 2-1 is what the board says. There's a drive into left field. Running back is Jeter, and he's going to make the catch out there in shallow left field. So doing a good job there was Jeter.
Filling that ball, huh?
Yep. So another change in the lineup for Carlsbad is they have Omar T. Omar T. OT steps to the plate.
Big old 45 number, huh?
Yep. Here comes the first pitch.
didn't
It's
see
driven
nothing.
high into left field. The third baseman and the left fielder trying to get to it, and they do not.
It's going to be a foul ball?
It hit the turf right on near the line, and the ump is going to say that it was foul. They're going to send everybody back. So Omar T. He had it in
got that
OD,
baby in gear, huh?
overdrive, as he was headed to third after he had stepped on second.
He was gone. He thought the guy was in bounds when he touched the ball bat.
Yep.
Or in play.
So he's back. Everybody's back. Tyson Coy, T. Coy on the hill. He kicks and fires it.
Ooh, right
almost
at his
hits him in
head,
the
but missed him.
noggin. He did the limbo. Looked
Misses
like
by
me
a
at the skating
smidge.
rink in the 80s. He was limboing it. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out is what the board says. That ball's driven down the third base line.
I guess.
And they're going to call that one foul. That was a close one.
Mm-hmm. Too close to call from up here.
Yep.
That's why the umpire's down there, not up here, huh?
The only thing that makes me think that was definitely the right call is the runner.
Stop running.
Yeah, he never even made maybe 3 steps, and that was it. So here comes the next pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung
got
on
him
and a
out.
miss. And T. Coy gets his first K as down goes Omar.
Got him on that high heat here.
Yep. And
Different
that'll
batter here,
bring
number
up number, I think that's a 7,
Is
right?
it 7? Yeah, it's 7.
And that'll be Nick S. So Nick S. heads to that right-handed batter's box. He's got that bat held high. So there's the first pitch, and it's inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes here. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes.
They're worried about them nachos.
They're eating some Frito pie or something. Here comes the next pitch, and it's high for ball 2. 2-0.
On the board here, officially.
If it wasn't, we'll make it official.
Yes, by golly, we will. 2 balls,
To Nick.
no strikes, and 2 outs.
So Nick is ready. Here comes the pitch from T. Coy. It's low and outside for ball 3.
All 3.
So 3-0.
And they're fighting again. It's pretty good entertainment, right?
I'm telling you. 3-0. You're comes the young man that's going to be an older brother here pretty soon, and there is a walk. So that's 4 balls, no strikes, and heading over is Nick to first base.
This is a sub 2, number 26.
26 is Wade C. Wade C.
WC, huh?
Yep. That'll be him. Dub C. West Coast. All right. Big lead over at first, and they
a lot of
step
action, but
off,
nothing
take a
going
look
on,
at
right?
it. Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? Everybody's moving around, but nobody throws the ball.
Trying to see who this is. Was this Kyler? Oh, no, it's not Kyler. It's 2-6.
That's WC.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm losing it. Dub C.
Because a lot happened just a while ago, and like nothing really happened. Does that make sense?
Yep. Pitcher was jabbing and moving toward first.
The runner was off first, and then the batter was in the box. And
So big lead over at first as Dub C is at the plate. The left-handed batter's box. And he takes that one for ball number 1.
Yes, sir. Should be 1-1, 2 outs here.
Tyson Coy on the hill for Eunice.
There you go, Coy.
He's taking a look over toward first. Throws it toward home. It's a big breaking ball inside. It goes to the fence. And all the way to second is Carlsbad. I want to shout out to some sponsors while we have a minute. Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, the Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply. Appreciate all you do. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch, and it is outside for ball 3. 3-1. Also, Cardinal Hardware, BTH Services and Rental, and Eunice Wrecker and Rental. Shout out to Chad Haller and the BTH guys. They've been helping me out the last couple of days. We appreciate you. 3-1 is the count. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So now we got a full count with 2 outs. It's a big one.
Yep, it's the counts right here. Let's go now, Coy. Take care of business.
So Tyson Coy walks back up, gets on the hill. Runners on second, or runner on second. 3-2, 2 outs. 8-0, I believe, is the score. Kicking and firing, and he throws that one high for ball 4, and that'll put runners at first and second.
Got away from him, huh?
Yep.
Number 36, I believe he's been in the game, right?
36 is it 36?
Yes, sir.
He is Lopez, so yes, he has been in the game. Young man had a strikeout, a walk, and a 3 RBI triple his last at bat. It's probably more like a double with an error, but
yep.
And he takes that
he
one for
wanted
strike
that
1.
one, huh?
So 0-1 should be the count. The board says 2. We'll call it 1. 0-1. Runners at first and second.
I believe you're right on the 0-1 stuff.
So stepping back in there, he takes that pitch for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to help him out over there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Here comes the next pitch, and it's, man, that one looked pretty good to me from up here, but we call it a ball.
Yeah, it's a 2 balls, 1
so
strike.
now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs.
Cold night.
It is, man. 8-0 is the score.
Ooh,
there's a swing and a miss. So that's going to rock and boogie them right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
When he swung at that, he wanted to kill that ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's way ahead of it.
Yep.
Throw a little breaking ball here, Coy.
So Coy is back on the hill, takes a look at second base, trying to hold the runner, and then throws that one high and outside. And so we got a full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
On Lopez, correct?
This is Lopez. Lopez. Not to be confused with George Lopez. Runners at first and second, 8-0 game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets by Garcia as he steps out, throws it over toward first, and they get it there just barely. But they do get him. So down he goes on strikeouts, and then the pass ball, they throw it over to first and get him, but not before Carlsbad. Well, they didn't put any runs up that time. So it's 8-0 as we move into the bottom of the fifth. Your Cardinals trail Carlsbad here. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal baseball here live in Eunice on a cold, breezy evening as that sun has went down for the most part now, and it's even colder.
Yep, and Eunice being cold, the Eunice bats are cold right now. Ain't got a hit yet. We've got a few hits, but nobody has scored for the Eunice Cardinals.
That is true.
And we need to score some runs here as the game, Mike. It's getting closer to ending here. We ain't scored one run.
We could use about 8 or 9 this inning for sure.
I'll take 10, yeah. Who's just up to bat?
Trying to see.
Morales?
I think that's a 10. That would be Isaac Morales. Young man struck out his first at bat. And he's getting ready. Looks like we got a little ball exchange going. Got to make sure that everybody's got their balls with them here before we get started in the bottom of the fifth.
She has enough because we've been falling off a lot here lately.
Yeah. It's cold, too.
Yeah.
So stepping in is Morales. He's ready to go.
Let's see what Dallas brings this young man.
Yep. Dallas on the hill for Carlsbad. Lefties. Throws that one in there. A swing and a miss for strike one.
We're like if we lunged at that pitch, huh?
I concur. So Isaac Morales steps in there ready. Down 0-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. He hits that one right back toward the pitcher. The pitcher's going to scoop it up, jog over toward first, flip it over, and he's going to get him on the ground.
I thought he was going to race him to first.
I did too for a minute, and I think maybe he did as well. And I believe that'll bring up Hyan Castro.
I believe you're right. You pull a little weight on for the baseball season.
I think he's got about 4 pairs of pants on and about 4 shirts because he looks a lot thicker than normal.
Take some steroids in the offseason.
Yeah, so Castro steps in there ready. Here comes the first pitch, and it's in there for strike one.
His arms look big, don't they?
I was thinking everything else looked big.
His calves, his legs.
I'm telling you, he looks like he's wearing like a big, thick
bodysuit,
warm clothes. So 0-2 is the count to Castro. First 2 pitches are strikes. Stepping back in there, ready to go. 0-2, 1 out. Swing on and a miss.
So he's gone twice, huh?
Down goes Castro. That is his second strikeout of the ball game, and that'll bring Luis Gomez to the plate.
I believe you are correct. There's some swinging the bat. They're warming up after he took him out of the game earlier, huh?
Yep, so he's in there ready. 8-0 is the score. Gomez drives that one up the gap. It's going to, no, it almost got through the gap, but they knock it down, and then they throw it over to the dugout. I thought they had got Gomez with the ball, like hit him with it at first, but it goes to the dugout. But unfortunately for the Cardinals, the catcher was over there right where he needed to be.
Backing up that first baseman.
So Luis Gomez, we'll call that one a single.
Was that his second at bat this game?
It was. He struck out his first at bat. And now we're back to the top of the lineup. This is Billy Blevins. And so we've batted around twice now. We're back to the top of the order. 2 outs. Gomez standing on first. Here comes the pitch to Blevins. And that one's inside, and Gomez is going to head for second, and he's going to get there. It was a late slide.
Late slide, and the catcher still threw the ball in there. Still made a close play.
Yeah. Yeah, the catcher's got an absolute cannon. Reminds me of like a Conager Pierce type arm from back there for sure.
Strong and accurate, man. It's hard to find.
Yeah. Speaking of Conager, I'm playing a little college ball this year. You know, you've only got a few Cardinals that are playing college ball right now. You think of like him. You think of Mason Caperton playing at West Texas. Conager up there playing at Highland. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Swung on for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blevins.
2 outs. Runner on second. Got to get him home, guys.
Yep. So Blevins steps back in there ready. Dallas on the hill, the left-handed pitcher for Carlsbad. Not a very big young man, but, man, he can throw the ball. And he throws that one right down that outside edge, and they call it a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's rock boogie, oogie, oogie, oogie. Wee, 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 wee. Come on, Billy.
Oh, now bring him home now,
You got
bud.
us in here singing the woo-woo song. You got to do something now. Here we go. Driven
There it
over
is.
towards short. Luis going to back up over towards second. Billy's going to beat it out, and he is there, and the runner's going to advance. And so Blevins advances the runner on the single.
And runs it out, gets on first base. Hopefully he steals right away. Brings up Kevin Garcia up the bat.
So our woo-woo-woo worked that
By
time.
golly, it did. That's all it takes, man. You got to have a little faith, right?
Just a little woo-woo. And so Kevin Garcia comes to the plate.
No little woo-woo.
Runners at first and third. They are on the corners. Cardinals got a chance here to put a run on the
break that
board.
shutout,
I'm
boys.
telling you, got the goose egg going right now. It's Easter with that egg up on all them eggs up on the board. So here we go. Here comes the pitch to Garcia. Big breaking ball high. And I would almost say that we probably wouldn't test the catcher's arm here because he might throw him.
But Billy's fast as lightning, brother.
I know, but this guy's got an absolute cannon.
That he does, but
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him almost throw somebody out a while ago when the ball went past him and rolled halfway to
Probably
the
to the-
third base dugout.
yeah.
He went over and picked it up and threw him out or made it
But
close.
close.
And that one's high for ball 2.
That's
So
good.
2-0.
That is very good here. Who's after Kevin?
After Kevin would be Braylon Jeter normally.
Okay.
If I'm assuming that's who's over
Yes,
there.
sir. That's a big dog.
Yeah, got the heart of the lineup here with 2 runners on. Garcia usually bats in that number 2 spot. Braylon Jeter and Jose Calvillo coming up next. If we can get that far, it would be a good thing. Carlsbad takes their time. Now here comes the pitch. Ooh, and that one's in there
Mm-hmm.
for strike 1. He was taking that one all the way. He never even picked up the bat.
Yeah, we got to be aggressive up there, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Kevin Garcia. Runners on the corners. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, dribbled towards short. Short's going to scoop it up, trying to get it there, and he's not going to.
Oh,
no,
he got him.
No, he called him out at first. I thought he was there by a good step. Wow, even the Eunice coaching staff, who's usually pretty quiet about stuff like that, is even throwing their arms in the air like, what in the world? I thought he
was
beat
there,
him.
man.
I thought he beat him.
I agree with you 100%. He
may
beat
have
him.
I may have to go back home and watch this one at home, but I thought he was there. But it don't matter. At the end of 5, Eunice 0, Carlsbad 8. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. It's a tough night here in Eunice as the Cardinals trail Carlsbad. I believe this is either the JV or the C team. They trail them 8-0, and they just haven't been able to get anything consistently going on the offensive end.
And it's hurting us right now tremendously, man. That last inning, I thought we had an opportunity to score some runs, but we didn't.
Yeah, I concur. And the sun is pretty much down now. There's still a little bit of light off out there in the western sky, but it is cold out there right now. There
It's
is
nice
no
and
doubt
warm in
about it.
here, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, It's warmer than it is outside, that's for sure. If this was my house, I wouldn't think this was very warm, but sitting right here, this is all right.
It's all right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
So,
Oh, boy. Yeah, we've got games coming up again on Thursday night as the Eunice Cardinals will be here again hosting somebody.
Lovington, I believe he said.
Lovington, yeah. So Eunice versus Lovington here Thursday night.
And the thumb will be here in live and present.
He'll
So
be back. He won't have to send us pictures of his thumb from the hotel room. This is Anthony H. up to the plate. Another different caveman in the lineup. So Tyson Coy on the hill for Eunice. Did a real good job his first inning at work up there. There's a swing
he's
and a
doing a
miss.
good job here.
Coy had one strikeout versus his first three batters and held him scoreless in his first inning of work. And so we're in inning number 2 for him. So stepping back in there, here comes the pitch. It's driven into center field. It's going to hit the ground. And so that'll be a single for that young man. That was Anthony. He gets a single.
Here we have another sub number 18.
So 18 will be they said 18 was Andrew. I don't even have an 18. I don't know if I missed that or what.
You were lying when you said earlier we writing down the roster. A lot of kids on that team.
Yes. So he
Swing and
swings
miss.
and misses at that one. Yeah, I don't have that person.
That's okay.
I'll add him, and they throw it over to first, trying to pick the runner off. And he gets back there safely. So Tyson Coy steps back on to the hill. Runner with the big lead at first. They hit that one right up through the gap, trying to get there. Jeter scooped that ball up on the second base side
Off his knees.
off his knees, and then gunned the runner at first, and now he's limping back out there.
He did like a soccer slide, got in front of the ball, jumped on his legs.
Yeah, he
stood
looked
up.
like Messi after he had scored a goal. I was going to scream, goal!
I said, out for number 1.
Who's up there batting now? I can't see the
I
number.
believe it was number 23. I may be
23
mistaken.
would be Connor, if that is correct.
Yes.
And that is correct. So Connor,
He's got a huge hack out there.
he's got 2 flyouts and a double in his last at bat.
Well, let's get another fly out here.
The runner did advance on that ground out a while ago. So there's 1 out. We got a 0-1 count with a runner standing on second. Connor into the right-handed batter's box. Coy's pitch is high and inside for a ball. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. I don't know if that calls for a rock boogie,
Nope.
woo, 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 but, we'll give it a half one. Oh, no, because it's the other team, so it definitely wouldn't get one.
Definitely like, nope.
So we'll give them the woogle, 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 which is the
Breaking ball.
jinx, and there's
There it
that
is.
pitch in there. It's good. For 1 ball, 2 strikes here and an out. 8-0 is the score. Eunice trails Carlsbad here in this game that was added kind of last minute to the schedule. There's that cockeyed bat that you were talking about earlier. Not to be confused with Cotton-Eyed Joe. And he fouls that one hard down the third baseline.
I believe out there figured out that's Gomez.
What is?
Out there playing behind second base.
Oh, in right field?
Yes. I think they took Cornelis out and put Gomez in, keep him in there.
Oh, I got you. What's happening now?
That ball's in the field. They won't have a guy out there who'll pick it up.
Oh, gotcha.
Young man runs out there and kicks it off the field. So
Gotcha.
we don't want too many balls on the field. Everybody gets confused in.
Oh, yeah, I can see where that'd be confusing.
So here we go. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on this caveman.
Stepping back in there, ready to go. Here's the pitch.
Way
Low and
outside.
outside. It's going to go all the way to the backstop. Garcia's going to scoop it up. Looks toward third. Now he's just going to flip it back over to his pitcher. So we got a 2 ball, 2 strike. Runner now all the way standing at third. 1 out. And so 23 is Connor. He's in there ready. Takes a look over at his coach. Now he steps in there ready to go. He's got that back cocked over. Now he brings it back.
Let's go, Coy.
Coy's pitch
got away from
outside. And keeping it in front of him was Garcia.
It's a beautiful job, right? Keeping that score, that runner from coming in and scoring, right?
That makes it 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here.
And that wind does not stop blowing.
No, it's blowing straight in from the north, too. Here comes the next pitch. Driven high and foul back over into the top of us and into the parking lot.
Man, these people are still out there.
There's a few out there for sure. Not a normal Eunice baseball crowd by any means of the imagination, but there is probably a dozen or so that are sitting out there shivering. 3 balls, 2 strikes and an out. Here comes the pitch from Coy. It's driven hard.
Fair ball.
It's going to be a fair ball, and it's going all the way into that left field corner. It kind of settles back there. A run's going to score, and Connor is in there with a stand-up double. That is his second stand-up double in a row. That is exactly what he did his last at bat.
So the score should be 9, right?
Yep, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Dallas. Young man had a strikeout and 2 ground outs in his at-bats.
Hopefully we get one of those right now.
So after Carlsbad scores a run, it's now 9-0. 9-0. And here's the next pitch. And 9-0 is the score.
You're just an instigator.
And it's 9-0, and here comes the next pitch. Swing on and a miss.
That almost broke his backswing on that one. Twisted all the way around on that.
He was swinging, that's for sure. Just a swing and swing. 9-0. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit hard.
Beautiful job by
Calvillo scoops it. And then he faked the throw towards second. Nobody over there, but he did a great job scooping that one.
Shot hit to him, right? Caught it in the air, made it out. Everything's been hit to Calvillo's pretty much stopped the caught, right?
Oh, yeah.
The wall.
Trying to see who this is. They said it's Omar.
15, right?
Omar, 15. 45 is Omar. He struck out his last at bat if this is him. And it is, I believe. No,
I can't tell
if it's a 14 or a 15 or a 45. It's got to be a
45.
Yeah, it's got to be a 45.
What if it's a 9?
We're gonna say it's Omar. OT.
It might be a 38.
Ocean Tango, by golly. He takes that one inside for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to OT.
And 2 outs, if that is correct.
Yep. 9-0's the score. We are in the top of the 6th. I think it's the 6th.
Yes, sir.
That ball gets away, but Kevin gets it back up, scoops over, throws it over.
And he is safe at third base.
Where did that other ump go?
Huh.
Our ump that was in the
field.
When
did he leave?
Has vanished. And so the home plate ump is the one calling the bases now.
I was like, where did Waldo go? Here he comes.
Here he comes.
He's coming from the John.
Yeah, he is. Wow, that's strange.
I'm surprised he's just gone once. Hit that cold weather, boss.
I don't even know what to say about that. I've never seen that before. You know, I'm going to leave it alone.
Yes, please.
All right. So
yes, please.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 9-0.
It's been a good night, Jimmy. It's been a good night, Jimmy.
Shot towards short. Shot towards short, scooping it up.
Oh, it got through him.
Jeter very normally is able to scoop those. That one, he just picked his glove up just a little early.
Man, and he tried to get it on the run because that's a fast runner to hit the ball.
Yes, I
So here's 45 for the Cavemen.
This one's 45?
Yes, sir. This is 45.
So that other one would have been 15?
Yes, sir.
So that other one was Darian. That was Dottie.
This is Omar.
So this one's Omar. The other one was Darian. So stepping in there is Omar, runner at first, and he thought about swinging, and then I'm not sure if they called the.
He did call it a strike.
Yeah, well, I know he called it a strike, but as he said, he swung at it, the ball was over his head.
Yeah, he was kind of like a check swing. We have a sighting out there.
Yeah, we've got an ump out in the middle of the field now.
Yeah, it's a ball, right?
What is he doing? Is the ump hurt? Look at him. He was down on all fours for a minute. I can't figure out what's happening with the ump.
He's cold. He's blown into his hands. He's cold, boss.
We should have wore some clothes. It's cold out. It was cold when I got up this morning. Big breaking ball comes back, and I guess it's high.
It stayed high. Was that 2 balls, 1 strike?
What is the ump doing?
He's freezing. He's trying to stay warm. Like,
oh, man, I'm not sure. Anyway, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a pitch. Swung on, hit into left field. It's going to get down. That's going to advance the runner over to second. Carlsbad faithful, all 2 of them go nuts over there.
It's loud too, huh? Must be his parents. They're going crazy over there too, huh? Look at him.
So now runners at first and second.
He's a big 7 up the bat.
And big 7 is Nick. He walked his last at bat.
And the score is 10-0 here, guys. 2 outs.
So stepping in there, I can't figure out what's up with the ump. I'm like, I don't know. I can't figure him out. I don't know if he's sick, if he's hurt. Oh well. I'm just eyeballing him anyway. Gives me something to talk about on a 10-0 game. Runners at first.
Just keep an eye on him, Jimmy. That's
right.
right. Just keep an eye on him.
Just keep an eye on that ump. Runners at first and second. Mysteriously, as we started this inning, the ump disappeared and was no longer on the field, and then came running back onto the field a little later.
Pass ball off Kevin, and the runners advance to second and third here. The top of the 6th here. It's 10-0. What is it, boss?
My phone and my watch are
off.
Yeah, they're not getting messages at the same time, so it kind of threw me off. I thought Charlie sent me another picture of his thumb, but that's some other picture that just hadn't opened yet because the signal's not very good.
I just got one too, so I don't know if it's his thumb.
He'd probably send us pictures of his other thumb. One on the left hand.
They resemble each other. Yep, Charlie, they do.
3-0 is the count. 2 outs, and there's strike number 1.
Yep.
To Nick. I think it's trying to open.
The good thing tonight, we've had a good service, so we've got 3 good lights, and it's not jinx it here.
Hope we keep it that way for sure. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and hit
That's
hard. Foul.
So it makes it a full count, correct?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 10-0 game. Coy on the hill, done a pretty good job in the, inning and a half or so that he's been in. Inning and 2/3.
Oh, beautiful pitch. Ooh. Oh, come on. That was a strike. Oh,
ooh, and Coy kind of give him the hand like, hey, what the heck? So they call that one a ball, and so that'll load the bases.
It's a strike, man.
As Nick gets a walk, and this will bring up number 26, I think.
Yes, you're correct. That is 26.
That is Wade. Wade C. Dub C steps in there with the bases loaded.
That's what takes a ball 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
High for ball 1. I'm just waiting for that pitcher to come in. And it better not be his other thumb.
Dub C's ready. Did it ever open?
It's trying to. Ain't got no service.
Yeah, I can't get my picture that Charlie's sending us to open. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, foul. Over into the Gallegos' backyard.
It's an umpire arguing with the coach.
Oh.
Thank God. If there's another thumb, I was going to block him.
Oh, and there went a ball that just come bouncing in from somewhere. Somebody threw one of those foul balls back to us.
Probably Gallegos. I don't want this in my yard.
That's probably true. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike.
And number 2? Number 1? Should be 2 because he fouled one off just a while ago, right?
I thought so. Over into the Gallegos yard.
Yes, sir. So it'd be
That deal over there shows 2-1.
Yeah,
I
it
think
should-
it's 1-2.
Yeah, it should be yes. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think so. Bases are loaded, and that one's right down that outside corner. They're going to call it a ball. So I think that'll make it 2-2.
And he put it 3-1.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. We don't boogie-oogie the Carlsbad time, and that one is outside.
You see, even the batter was
Oh, wait.
confused. He was like going to first, thinking it was 3 balls. Now it's a full count. Yes.
So that makes
Back
it a
to the
full
action.
count. So 3-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Runner is halfway home, and they're going to walk him. And
Makes it 11 to
scores
0.
another run.
Let's go have a little visit to the pitcher. Give him a little break, a little breather.
And that'll bring up number 36. This is Lopez.
Another left-handed batter, right?
Lopez had a strikeout, a walk, a 3 RBI triple, and then another strikeout his last at bat. Bases are loaded here, and he swings at that one.
Foul ball.
Fouls it off.
Keeps running from scoring.
Yep.
But he swung hard at that one. If he got hold of that one, probably would have gone over.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, that swing was brought to you by Lobo Trucking and Redbird Garage.
That
And
swing
maybe
would've
even
killed-
Devon Energy.
That swing would have killed the Lobo.
So the next pitch, and it gets away from Garcia, but he keeps it kind of in front of him. And that pitch was brought to you by Guns Up Services and NMR Pipeline. That pitch was not down the pipeline, so if they'd have put that pipeline right down the middle, it'd have been in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. That
There it
one's
is.
in there. That one had some pipeline behind it.
That's some gas behind it. Some
Mhm,
Redbird gas.
Redbird gas. That is for sure.
Oh, we need to see some Parker Energies here so we can get to throw it out.
Yeah.
And some Eunice Health Clinic.
Yeah, the Heath Clinic. There's a drive
That's in the
into
gapper.
left center field. It's going to go back and making an amazing catch out there as our left fielder. Not sure who's out there in left, but as we move into the bottom of the 6th, I believe, your score is Eunice 0, Carlsbad 11. We'll send it back.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal baseball here on a cold, windy day with a brisk north wind blowing straight in from Canada, and it is cold.
Man, it's been one of those nights for the Eunice Cardinals tonight.
Yes.
Can't get nothing going, leaving a lot of people on.
We got
Defensively.
Carlsbad here in their blue uniforms. They've blown in with that northern wind. It's like it's cold. It's icy out here. The Cardinals' bats have been pretty cold and icy, and it's 11-0.
11-0 is going to bring up Jeter up the bat.
Mm-hmm. Big Braylon Jeter steps in there ready to go.
Somebody hollers
Grandpa screamed to hit it hard. That's a good word of advice right there. Hit it hard. So big Braylon Jeter steps up there ready to go. We got an 11-0 game. And
This
Eunice
one run
is
can
going
make a
to have
difference.
to put 2 runs on the board to keep this game from being over, I believe, right?
I concur, Your Honor.
There's the first pitch, and it is not in there.
Oh, he made a weird sign there. So
He did. He kind of like
Was it a half a ball?
dusted his
Yes.
shoulders off.
Like, get off me, chump.
There's that next pitch. Oh,
That's
2.
2 balls.
So he called that one a ball, too. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Jeter.
And so far, the scoreboard is correct.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the next one. This inside. I'm yawning.
I will translate for you. That was inside for ball number 3.
Ball 3.
As Jimmy Jones is very excited at this given moment.
It has not been a very
No, it has not.
motivational game, I got to
This
say.
weather's not helping you neither.
Yeah, that is true. Here comes the next pitch, and he takes that one down the middle for strike
red light the
number
whole
1.
time. I would have gone green all the way, big boy.
So 3-1 is the count to Jeter. He steps back in there. Dallas on the hill for Carlsbad. His next pitch is outside for ball 4.
Young man drew a walk, right?
Yep.
So he kind of walks over towards first base, brings big old Calvillo up to bat. They're our first baseman for tonight, who's had a beautiful job tonight, defensively wise.
The Carlsbad catcher was asking the ump. I guess the ump didn't like it, but asking him whether that one was high, low, outside, what. So they were kind of exchanging some pleasantries. So big lead over there for Jeter at first. Here comes Calvillo, and he takes ball 1.
Call that a ball again.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to call the ball until it's a perfect strike, I think.
That'd be good.
I
We could
concur.
use that. 1 ball, no strikes here, an 11-0 game. Jose Calvillo, the junior at the plate, swings and misses at that pitch, so that'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike.
Evens count, huh?
Yep.
It's been a quiet night for these Cardinals. It's something unusual.
Is it supposed to be warm tomorrow? I know the next day is, but I don't know about tomorrow.
It's supposed to be windy.
There's a swing and a miss, and then the catcher fires it over toward first. Jeter dives back in there.
It's kind of like a weird dive, wasn't it?
Well, he slid across his knees like a soccer player earlier, and instantly you could see him looking at the knee. And then he also banged knees out there in left field earlier.
His
So
knees
his
have a lot of
poor
action
knees.
tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I wish I would. Oh, man. And that was outside. Yeah, BJ's knees have been having a rough.
Yeah. And he's a big old boy, too.
I'm telling you. It's a big BJ. Stepping in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Calvillo ready. Jeter with the big lead. And he drives that one over toward third, and it's going to be foul.
It's going to fall out of
I
play.
thought it was going to be close.
So it's at 2 strikes, 1 ball.
I think that's right.
Let's hope it is, huh?
So Calvillo steps back in there. Pitcher gets him a new ball. Big lead over at first for Jeter. Calvillo ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the board. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, no problem. Always goes over that corner, says the balls are strikes, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it's a full count.
Is that what he's showing?
Yes.
I know it's at least 2-2, but I can't see his fingers when he shows them to me. He's got little fingers.
Plus it blends in with that background, huh?
I'm telling you. There's a drive over into right center field. The wind's holding it up as he hit it right into the teeth of the wind. What a catch out there by the right fielder.
He came a long ways
Yes,
to get that.
he did. And kind of slid up underneath it. Made a great catch, Calvillo.
Honestly, I didn't think he was going to get there
I
as
didn't
far as he
either.
went. But
I
like you
did
said, the
not
wind
either.
held the ball up, so he didn't get in trouble. Watch.
So,
In the last inning, somebody steps in.
yep. So that'll put Jeter still on first, and then they'll bring up, trying to see who this
Lord.
is, Dyson Lord.
Dyson Lord, I think he's 0-3, right?
0-2. He's got a couple of strikeouts, and he
Oh,
drives
I thought it
that
was a
one
hit.
hard and foul. So 0-1 now the count.
With 1 out.
That's right. That's right.
We can't not leave this guy on first, guys.
We've left a bunch of them on there tonight. We need to move them today. Here we go. Here's the next pitch, and that one's outside.
The catcher thought he was going to throw it to first.
Mhm.
So now better not.
Catcher's got a cannon. And for a JV or C team catcher, he's definitely got a cannon. So, if that's Bruce's kid, whoop, swing and a miss.
He's developed a good catcher there.
Yep.
So that's strike number 2.
Board shows 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Big lead over at first for Jeter again. Lord in there ready. Lord, we ask that you hit this one into the outfield, and there's a foul ball that goes off the catcher, and it looked almost like it hit the
I thought it did.
ump upside the noggin, but apparently not.
If it did, that's a tough umpire.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little extra activity over here to the left of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Most action we've seen all night.
We've had some good action over there in that part of the
Game.
press box.
Yeah, all night.
All night. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed, and down goes Lord, I think.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah.
are correct on
So
strikeout.
Lord goes down, and that'll
Got it.
bring up
Coy. Tyson Coy up to bat.
So Tyson Coy taking the place in the lineup of Isaac Morales, I'm assuming. I'm sorry, Fabian Ornelas.
Yes.
So Coy in there ready to go. And Dallas on the hill takes a look over at Jeter, and then he steps off. And then the Carlsbad coach going to come out of the dugout and head out to the mound. We may have a pitcher change here.
I thought that was a balk the way he kind of moved forward towards first and then throw over toward first.
I think we are going to have a pitcher
Yes, you are
change.
correct.
I'm assuming it must be a count issue because it's a weird place with 2 outs to change pitchers, and we're going to have a pitcher change. We'll shout out to some sponsors here. Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, NMR Pipeline, Guns Up Services, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage and Lobo Trucking. We'll send it over for a quick word as you're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports as your Eunice Cardinals trail Carlsbad here late in this game, 11-0.
Number 16.
Yeah,
Mr.
that
Jones.
is 16 that has come in to pitch. That is Brock W. Brock W. on the hill now for Carlsbad. Who's batting for Eunice?
Tyson Coy.
And he was already at the plate, or
Yes,
no?
sir. No pitches were thrown at him.
All right. Coy going to step out there as he didn't like the time that Brock was taken from Carlsbad.
I like that last name, Brock.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the first name.
That's his first name?
Yep.
Yeah, that was way outside for Mr. Brock.
So ball 1 to Coy here. Tyson Coy, our pitcher at this time for the Cardinals.
Man.
You know, the whole game has just seemed extremely slow today. I mean, like right now in between pitches, we're taking 30 seconds or more in between pitches. So here comes the next pitch. It swung on a little dribbler over toward third. Third baseman runs in, scoops, fires it over toward first, and Coy's going to beat it out. And then Jeter's going to had a good heads-up move. There was nobody on third, so he took off to third. First baseman thought about throwing it over there, but there was nobody there, so they just had to hold it. So now you've got runners on the corners.
That third baseman had to come in and get that dribbler by Coy. So third base was unoccupied defensively.
So Coy with a nice piece of hitting there and a nice piece of running.
So we got Morales up the bat.
Isaac Morales got a strikeout and a ground out in his 2 at-bats here today. He's got runners on the corners with 2 outs, 11-0 game. If Eunice wanted to stretch this one out, they need to put some runs here, and that foul back into the net for strike 1.
And Tyson is still on first base. I would have took off the second already.
Yeah, I would guess when that happens in this game, they're gonna throw it, I bet you. And so Tyson better be on his horsey for sure.
On his little thoroughbred, huh?
I think he's going. Yep, and he got a huge lead. They won't throw it. Yeah, he jumped way early. Way early. So it was a good deal. Coy with a great first step, and he was halfway there before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. So now runners standing at second and third. Morales at the plate. He takes that one inside for ball 2.
Yes, sir. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yep.
2 outs. Here in this exciting ball game.
2-1-2. Some basketball defense. Stepping in there, ready to go is Morales. Picks that bat up off his shoulder, and he's ready. Runners at second and third. He drives it over towards shortstop, trying to beat it out. He's running down the first base line, and they're going to get him, and I believe that's going to be the end of this ball game as your Eunice Cardinals go down 11-0 here to Carlsbad. Want to shout out real quick to our sponsors again: Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Wrecker and Rental. So just like that, the Cardinals fall. They'll play again versus Lovington on Thursday. We'll be back live, ready for coverage in that game. Any final thoughts, Rosendo?
And we're playing another blue team in Lovington, so hopefully we can do a lot better that night.
Yeah, it'll be another Crips versus Bloods West Coast matchup, as we'll be back Thursday. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. For Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you and good night, and thank you, Charlie, for doing the score for us.
Good night, Charlie.